Welcome back, everyone, and I am so excited to be here, and even more excited that we have a special guest on tonight's episode, the one and only Queen of Atlanta Boo. Yes, that's right, Miss Juicy Baby. Stay tuned, guys. This is Little Women ATL.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Tonight is a special after show. I am so excited because we have a special guest. But before I introduce our special guest, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know I'm AJ, and I want to introduce you to my lovely co-host, Lauren. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Lexi.
Hey, everybody.
And everybody. We have the Queen of Atlanta Boo, Miss Juicy Baby. Hey.
Hey, Juicy.
Hey, hi guys.
Yes, so I just want to say thank you for even joining us. We have so much to talk about for tonight's episode, and I know you're going to spill all of the tea, so we can't wait to hear that. Before we get into it, though, I do want to get overall thoughts on tonight's episode. So, Lauren, what did you feel?
I felt juicy. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I love the whole episode. I feel like this is what we've been waiting for. I feel like stuff is popping off finally. Like, I love this juicy mini beef. I'm here for it. Mm-hmm. And I'm just excited to see what happens with the album.
Lexi, how did you feel about tonight's episode?
I thought it was a great episode. It was good to see everybody have the dialogue and to really get into the nitty-gritty of what's going to happen with the music. I was a little frustrated with what happened with the meeting with street execs, but we'll talk about that more.
Yeah. So, speaking of street execs, let's just go ahead and get into it. So Al from Street Execs, I feel like he really liked the twins, Bumpman and Little V, but however he said they needed a little more work. So Miss Juicy, I have a question. Do you think that Al is being extra critical because they are little people?
Well, I think because I see both sides, and it is something. I think he is being extra critical because it is little people, but he also has a point too that people have to take in perspective. Street Execs is known for trap music. Mm-hmm. If people are not aware of who Street Execs is 2 Chainz label. Mm-hmm. So they are known for trap music. So this is a whole different type of vibe. So that you are presenting to somebody that particularly represent trap music. Mm-hmm. So it would have to be something totally new, something totally different, and another avenue that he would have to try to deal with.
That's so. Go ahead.
Miss Juicy, how do you feel about the comments that what he makes when he says that this is not a circus? Do you feel like that is kind of like a little person joke or a dig?
Well, in some people's eyes, it will be because, as being a little person, we hear this all the time as far as, people think that because we're little, we will be considered as a circus because a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people are ignorant. Mm-hmm. Do not know that little people, we're just small.
Yeah.
But we have to live just like everybody else have to live. Mm-hmm. That don't mean that we can't do something that you do. It might take us longer to do it, but most of the time we can do it better.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let them know, Juice.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone loves the juice.
And on a lighter note, before we get even deeper on this, is GC single? Let me know.
Why do everybody be asking me
because
that?
He is cute. He's an advocate for the little person. Just let me know.
It's about his business.
And he's about his business.
Shoot your shot, Lauren, girl.
My shot has been shooted. Whatever. What's up, Miss Juicy? Let me know.
Is he single?
I don't know. I that's not something that I wanted to know, so I didn't ask.
Okay, we'll talk offline. No worries. We'll talk offline after this. Thank you.
Speaking of dating, let's go ahead and get into Miss Minnie and Moni Love's podcast.
Yeah.
So, Miss Juicy, have you had a chance to check out Miss Minnie's podcast? Besides the show you was there, besides the time that you was there.
I plead the fifth.
That'll be a nah.
That would be not. So what did you guys think about Miss Minnie's podcast? They had another taping on the show. Was it interesting this time, or was it still blah? What do you guys think?
feel is the good thing about it, what you guys see is what I see, is by adding Moni Love to it, which I suggested. I didn't suggest
Oh.
Moni, but I suggested her getting some people in there. If you're gonna talk about ladies in hip hop, you need to bring a lady that's been in hip hop
Yeah.
and to get the real feel of it, because you're not a lady in hip hop,
Mhm.
and and you bringing the twins on is somebody that's trying to get in hip hop. So how can they tell you something about ladies in hip hop and the things that, because they don't know.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you would have to go to somebody like a Moni Love, somebody that is a legend that's been doing this, and that's doing it and been doing it, that know about the business to make their podcast successful. So I
Mhm.
think that was a good look for her to bring on Moni Love, because that's the only way that would make it, if you ask me.
Oh,
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
So, Miss Juicy, we know that you've been a part of the Ricky Smiley Show for about over a decade, since 2008. I believe. So you're a veteran. So is it safe to say that Miss Minnie, is she just trying to learn from the best? Do you think she just admires you?
You know what? When I first met Minnie, that was the spiel.
Mm.
Is that she admired me, that I was a little person just like her, but I didn't let the size stop me from doing what I do.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I first met her. So I basically took her under my wing, brought her in, and, said, hey, no harm. Okay, thank you. I don't really want to feel like um, I don't feel like I'm someone to look up to, but since you do admire me, let me bring you into my world and introduce you to everybody, blah, 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 blah. But after that, it was like, now she trying to be me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Preach.
Did you introduce her to Pastor Troy?
Girl. Well, to answer that question, no, I did not introduce her to Pastor Troy.
Okay.
And but anyway, uh, but what I want her to do is find, instead of trying to be me, find your niche and what you like to do, and succeed in that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because trying to be somebody, you're never, even in radio. Let me get the record straight. I don't have nothing against what you trying to do radio, but don't be malicious in trying to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Do something that you want to do. Don't do it because you feel like that's gonna dethrone me. No, honey,
Mm-hmm.
that will never dethrone me.
Hello.
Do something that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You 100%. But when you try to be malicious and, well, I'm doing this so I can become the next queen of Atlanta Blue. No, that's not going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
because it takes hard work to do that. You don't just get a podcast. I'm on a national syndicated radio show.
Mm.
There's a difference.
There's a
So
difference.
that's the reason I'm saying you can't just do that and think that's that's going to happen. No, I've worked. You can Google me. And
Ooh, Google her.
Yes.
Receipts.
you know what I'm saying? I've been in entertainment for over 19 and 20 years. So not just radio, just entertainment as a whole. So it's work that you got to put into it. It's not something that you're going to get overnight.
Yes. The queen has spoken. It's levels to this. Okay. She said it's levels to this.
So, Juicy, I have a question. Going back to you feeling like she's just trying to be like you, I did notice recently that now she goes by Miss Minnie. What do you think about that? How did you feel when you heard her refer to her as Miss Minnie?
Well, if anybody are a fan of the show of Little Women Atlanta, they can go back all the way to the first season, where I had blatantly let her know that she's still people identity.
I remember
Uh,
that.
and what I meant, that's exactly what I meant. And that was the example. You have not been calling yourself Miss Minnie, baby. You just did that because I call myself Miss Juicy, baby. Everybody know me by my tagline, Miss Juicy, baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Flip the hair, then not the hair flip.
Yes.
Yes, the queen has spoken and she cannot be dethroned, okay? So, back to Miss Minnie's podcast. So, Miss Minnie was shooting her shot at Moni Love. and said that she wanted to. What she said? She wanted to sip to taste
Yeah,
some
you
of
can
her.
taste some of me or something.
What was that about?
Something about
I don't
tasting her
know.
juices.
So
Yeah.
is Miss Minnie bi? Does she want to experiment?
You
What's
guys,
going on?
I've been saying this on the show, Miss Juicy. You can nod if you agree. I personally think that Minnie might like Miss Juicy romantically, and now she's kind of hinting, you know,
That
on
she's into
Moni.
women.
Yeah,
You did call it, and
all I'm saying.
Say this. I have no comment on that. I don't know if she is. I don't know if she's hinting around, but I don't go that way.
hello.
You gotta be swinging for me, honey. I don't.
Let her know. Yeah, so Lauren, you definitely said that Miss Minnie might, have a crush.
Because it seems obsessive. Like, that's how
Yeah.
you feel about somebody you like romantically, not just somebody you look up to regularly. I don't know. That's
Yeah, and then being that she had said that to Moni Love, I was like, okay, wait a minute. She might do like girls. So now I'm like, well, maybe she might have a crush, but Miss Juicy said no, she does not go
Have a
that way.
chance.
Not a chance at all.
Not at all, honey. Not at all.
So Miss Minnie, she goes on a blind date with Odell. What do we think about Odell? Do you think that they are a good fit, or are we still team Pastor Troy?
I think it was a cute. Well, I truly believe that her and Pastor Troy are in love and somewhere booed up right now. But she did go on the date.
I know,
with
Juicy.
Odell. Look at Juicy, you don't agree.
Miss Juicy, I'm with you. We know this is fake.
I know I'm talking to some people that watch the show now.
Yeah,
Did
no,
y'all-
Miss Juicy, that's her.
It's only one.
Lexi is the only. Listen,
I
Pastor
could see
Troy.
the love in the room when he came on her podcast, Juicy.
He ain't never been on a podcast.
Ooh.
She went over there to his.
Yo,
Yeah,
tell her.
I stand
Tell her.
corrected.
Yeah, no, I remember the whole debate and Pastor Troy.
If there's different things of being in love in the room and just trying to get your shine on.
Get your shine on.
Oh my God, have I not said that, guys? Miss Juicy, I've been saying this.
Yes, no, her and Pastor Troy. I'm still trying to figure out exactly.
Pastor Troy's on the payroll. He trying to get back out there on TV.
He getting his camera time in, and that's it. Oh no, we watched the show. Trust me, I remember him coming on a reunion, and he basically it was a lot of drama. So we've been there throughout with you guys.
Admitting that she lied about the relationship, and then I remember another episode of her admitting that she lied about being pregnant. So I don't know if y'all even saw that.
Yeah,
we
season.
saw it.
We seen it.
But all the head, honey, because I already knew it before it even happened. So anyway.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's a good thing she did go on a date, child, because I mean, they were cute on the date. You know, they didn't mention a second date, but they were cute.
What did you think about Odell,
Yeah.
Miss Juicy?
Did you see him?
Did you see the date?
I saw it just like y'all saw it, honey.
Miss Juicy comes with the shade, honey. She comes with the shade without even saying anything.
I mean, if she like him, I like him. I'm saying I wish her well. I wish her well, and if he is a good fit for her, then hey, that'd be great.
Yes. Well,
That's that queendom shade. That's
yes,
that veteran
that's the-
shade.
yes.
You just gotta look.
Just look and let everything speak for itself. But so, moving right along, let's get into the Cheeks and this music video. So the Cheeks were rushing things, and they decided they want to shoot a music video without running that across with you, Miss Juicy. And being the HBIC, you had to go in there and check them. So what happened with that?
Well, first of all, just like I told the twins, I know we're talking about the Cheeks, which I am. Just like I told the twins, I'm not going to babysit you, first of all. But I like the fact that you want to have some initiative about yourself, but you can't think you know everything and you have not even made it yet. The song didn't even belong to you yet, and you already shooting a music video. That's something, again, you should have ran by your manager, and so I would be able to advise you of which way to go, which would have been, let's talk to Street Exec first, because this song belongs to them. They wrote this song, they wrote the lyrics, the beats, everything belonged to them. Until we get rights and the okay from them, you really can't do anything. So you're wasting your money until you don't even know if they're going to give you the rights or if they're going to present it where you can buy it at this particular time. So I don't have time to go back and forth and round with people. Like that's the reason why I came and I said what I said. You know, hey, girl, y'all ain't even made it yet, and her talking all this noise and saying this because you got so many hits and likes on YouTube don't mean that you have made it. I mean, there's a lot of YouTube sensations out there and people that done got rich from YouTube and, you know, and got discovered from YouTube. That's true. But you're not discovered yet. So that's what I was trying to get them to understand. Don't rush. Things will happen when they're supposed to happen.
True. It is not your timing. It is God's timing.
So aside from that, did you like the video? Did you think it was a good video?
It was okay.
So, let's get into Emily though. So, you know, Emily, one half of the Cheeks is Emily and Bree. So Emily basically, is she getting big headed because she said that Bumpman and the other artists aren't on the same level as them? Is she doing too much too early? What you think? Go ahead, Miss Juicy. Yeah, I'm sure. Go ahead.
She not getting a big head. Emily always been like that. She always, to me, feel like that because they have made a video before and they got so many thousands of likes. She think that okay, they know everything, and you can't go into this business knowing everything. Even people, I'm gonna say, even people that's been in the business forever, they still learning. It's an ongoing learning process. It's a lot of things that you don't know. You just got to live and experience those things. And so, yeah, she do think that she better than everybody else, and that is the image that she give across. But it's nothing new with her. That's the reason why you either take it with a grain of salt and keep it rolling or not. I'm not making excuses for it. That don't mean that it's okay. But you play by Miss Juicy Boo because you're not gonna embarrass me. I'm not gonna continue to let that happen.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Else can be found too.
Yeah. So, Lexi and Lauren, what do you guys think about Emily? Do you think she needs to humble herself? I'll start with you, Lexi.
I think she needs to humble herself and be more professional. Even if that's how you felt about the other artists in the room, you don't say that in front of the street execs and you don't say it in a meeting. And I also think that's just a very petty reason to not do something with them, because at the end of the day, that was an opportunity for you, and you not only are possibly messing it up for yourself, you're messing it up for all the people around you.
Exactly.
And part of me was like, well, maybe it was just the pregnancy hormones because she was really doing the most.
Yeah. So. Lauren?
It was just a cringy experience. I felt like I was at the table like, stop talking, you're ruining it. Stop talking. But she definitely needs to humble herself. I agree. I don't think it's any new behavior. She's always kind of had that cockiness to her. She said it herself. That is a part of her personality, but this is business, so you need to fix that personality if you want to advance. And I was proud of Bree for speaking up, because I feel like Emily is kind of always the voice for them both. Yeah. And I'm glad she kind of, it wasn't a huge stand-up, but she did say a comment like, well, I think it's a good idea. I'm like, thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Left Cheek. Where's the real Left Cheek? Stand up. We finally heard you speak. Thank you.
No, I definitely agree. I'm like, is Emily always a spokesperson for the Cheeks? I've never heard Bree say much. And even when Emily's talking, Bree, she might be thinking stuff in her head, but Bree never really says anything. I'm like, Emily, can you talk to your other half before you just make all these decisions? Because that's so inconsiderate.
Yeah.
So inconsiderate.
Is that what you think too, Juicy?
I do totally agree with you guys. I agree with all of you guys because, I mean, if you're in a group, you're in a group. And I think what Bree deal is, which I've talked to her about it before, I said you need to talk to Emily more. And so y'all make these decisions together. But I think Bree deal is because Emily is the one that has the money. And I guess I can't remember exactly how she got it, but it was like she inherited it. And so that's the reason why Bree just kind of stand alone and be quiet a lot. But if you're going to continue to be in a group, you need to communicate, regardless of who got the money or not. It's still got to be a respect issue.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense
Yeah,
now.
that
Because I'm like,
makes a lot
why
of
is
sense.
is Bree scared of Emily or something? But
Yeah.
now that you said that, that makes sense. So Emily is the man of the house, basically. She got the money.
Yeah.
Sugar daddy.
She got the money.
Not sugar daddy.
So, but I will say, surprisingly, I was surprised that the twins and Abira were actually down to work on the LP, and it was actually the Cheeks who were hesitant, because before we talked about, we thought that the Cheeks were going to be into it for the money, and we thought the twins were going to be childish and immature and not want to work with them, but it actually flip-flopped.
Ended up being the opposite.
It was the
yeah.
opposite, so I'm surprised. Are you all surprised?
No, my prediction last week is I disagreed with her. I said that I thought that the Cheeks, I feel like they learned their lesson now. They already lost the chance to work with the street execs first. They lost that song the first time. They already got dissed, or so they think. So I felt like they were going to step up, and I knew Abir was going to step up.
Yeah.
Say what you want about Abir, but she is hungry for this, so I wasn't surprised.
My hope was that everybody was just going to be down to do it. I was really excited that they had gotten the yes from everyone.
Ms. Juicy, are you surprised that the Cheeks are you surprised that the Cheeks didn't want to go through with the album?
Am I?
Yes.
No, I'm not surprised. It's not that the Cheeks, I'm going to say Emily.
Yes.
That didn't want to go through. I'm not surprised because I know the history between the two crews, between the Cheeks and the twins. That's the reason why, if you notice on the first episode, I invited all of them to the house, because I already knew the tension between them, and I knew how they would act. That's the reason why I wanted to have the meeting with all of them first, to even present the idea to them, to let them know, hey. And it's just the same thing that happened in the beginning, where the twins didn't show up to the meeting with street execs, and the Cheeks did. So now the Cheeks is not showing up, and the twins are. You from then, so that it's just the opposite thing around. But they live and learn, and hopefully, on upcoming episode, hopefully they will learn their lesson. I know what we shot, but like I said, I see it when you guys see it as well. So
yeah, and I just think Emily, she needs to sit down, because basically she was calling everybody a nobody. But Abira's the only female little person that can actually rap. Like, she is the only one that can actually rap. And I'm just like, Emily, you got some nerve, the audacity. But
and my thoughts on Abira is that, okay, yes, she can rap, and yes, she had been rapping for a minute, but like I told all of them, none of you have made it.
Right.
So at the point, you might have some tracks and might have some stuff on your own in your library, in your catalog, but none of you have made it. So all of you guys need to humble yourselves and take advantage of the opportunity when you have it, because you never know when it's going to be around again.
Let them know.
And shout out to Bumpman in the middle of all this.
Bumpman, yes. Shout out to him. So before...
And I've seen him actually on the stages and stuff. That's how I met Bumpman, is at a showcase. And see, I've been on him for a minute, and I told him, anytime I have anything, I will be inviting you out. And that's the way we've always been for years.
Yeah. So before we go on into the next topic, Lauren, you have a message for our viewers?
I do. Hey, everybody. We just wanted to thank you for making us the ESPN of TV Talk. If you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and subscribe. And if you're listening to us on iTunes, give us 5 stars, because none of the other star ratings really matter. And thank you so much for helping us in doing what we love. And make sure you tell a friend, tell a family member, a stranger, all about AfterBuzz.
Yes, and thank you for hopping into the live chat. They are in this live chat, and Miss Juicy, they are loving you. They are excited to see you on our show tonight. So, yeah, we definitely appreciate you for joining us. So,
before we move on to tweets, I did want to ask your opinion really quick, Miss Juicy, about Minnie confronting you before the meeting.
Okay.
So...
How did you feel about it? Did you feel like, why is this girl coming to me? Or did you feel like she was right in her approach to you? Like, do you think you were wrong for trying to remanage the twins?
Okay, let me answer that question in one word: unbothered. That's how I felt about it. And no, I wasn't trying to remanage the twins. Um, I never ever have put the offer on the table for them. Only thing, remember when I first presented them with the idea, it wasn't to manage them, it was to get them in front of the street execs and have them to take advantage of this opportunity. And no, I wasn't trying to necessarily go behind her back, and because I don't have to have her permission to talk to anybody.
Mhm.
And because I know she didn't know what she was doing and still don't. And even when I did have them over to the house, y'all heard the questions that I asked them. Have y'all been in the studio? Have y'all did this? Have y'all did that? And the answer was no.
Mhm.
So this is something as a manager that would ask these type of questions. But and that's what they told me. So of course I was going to present the opportunity to them, not necessarily trying to go behind her back, because it ain't. I'm not a spiteful person. I don't do anything out of spite. But hey, I did present this opportunity, even though many did go behind my back in bringing them to street exec because she didn't even know nothing about no street exec. And
Mhm.
so, but I went to them. You can't say, okay, I only think about myself. This is what I do
Mhm.
every day. So I'm not evidently I wasn't just thinking about myself if I presented the opportunity to you. But it's up to them who they wanted to choose. If you wanted to go with somebody that didn't know anything about it, then that's you. Yeah, they did give y'all, but I gave y'all that opportunity too.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all just didn't show up. Y'all didn't take advantage. I didn't leave y'all.
Mhm.
Y'all didn't take advantage of the opportunity that I gave y'all.
Yeah, no, that's so true because I feel like in the past episodes they were all trying to make it seem like you left them when in actuality the
Mm.
twins they didn't even come.
Yeah, they
So
didn't
it's
show
like
up.
Miss Juicy didn't do nothing wrong. Y'all didn't show up. So how are y'all putting it on everybody else? Y'all need to take responsibility.
I think it's because
It's
Minnie is in their ear though,
Oh, Minnie, yeah.
like reinforcing this idea that Juicy left y'all, Juicy left y'all, so they're starting to believe it, even though they just weren't.
and I don't have time for that. I don't have time. Like I said, once again, babysitting. I'm not gonna babysit. I'm not gonna babysit them. I'm not gonna babysit the twins or left cheek, right cheek either. I'm not gonna babysit anybody. You gotta be grown. You gotta know what you're trying to get into.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
Miss Juicy, I have another question off of that. So, at the end of the day, before all of this, it seemed like the whole crew were friends. Y'all hung out outside of all of the business stuff. So, to this day, because of all this, are you all still friends, or has this affected you all's friendships?
We still we talk. We are friends. You know what? You know how friends and you know how sisters do. You can have cat fights, get mad at each other, and all this, but at the end of the day, you won't let nobody else talk about them.
Mhm.
That's how we are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, me and Minnie, we don't talk
Mhm.
uh, because I choose not to,
Mm-hmm.
and because I will not stoop to your level.
Mhm.
Now, when it comes to making my money, I'm not gonna let you or anybody else stop me from making my money. That's the reason why I could put our differences aside in front of GC and Issa. I could do that because this is about money.
Mhm.
It don't mean that I gotta be your best friend.
Mhm.
I am finna go get this bag.
Okay.
Yeah. And I just want to say that Miss Minnie, she was out of pocket and she had the audacity to even come at you for trying to sound the twins when she did the exact same thing. So I'm like, girl, this is the pot calling the kettle black. Like, Miss Minnie, sit down somewhere.
How
You
you think
can't. You can't get mad at Miss Juicy. You've been copying her your whole life, and then she like
Not whole life.
I'm just saying not her whole life, but the whole seasons, the seasons.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, yeah, Miss Minnie, have a seat. So yeah, Miss Minnie, I do want to play a game with you. I'm sorry, Miss Juicy, I would like to play a game with you. So it's real quick. It's a fun game. And I just want you to say the first word that comes to your mind when I say the following names. Okay? Ricky Smiley.
Crazy as hell.
Pastor Troy.
Friend.
Miss Minnie. Silence.
I think she had a word come to mind, but she don't know if she want to
She
say
can't
it.
say
Oh
it.
my God.
Okay.
Said helpful.
Okay, Abira.
Special.
Special. And Street Execs.
One word. It's more than one word. I love them.
Love
They're
them.
very. I love them.
Love, yes. We will stick with that. So, I also want to talk to you, Miss Juicy. You've been looking really good lately, and I've been seeing you on Instagram, getting your workout on. You know, lose the weight, keep the bait, because we already know you keep them in your back pocket. So, you know, you keep the dues. So, I just want you to tell me more about your fitness journey and how you've maintained a healthy lifestyle.
About my fitness journey. I was inspired by a very, 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 very good friend, and and just decided once I decided to change my lifestyle, I just decided it wasn't no turning back. I have goals. I set goals for myself and know how I want to look.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all about when it was about losing weight. A lot of people don't realize. Everybody think that it means lifting weights, but 90%, 80 to 90% of losing weight is how you eat.
Mm-hmm.
So once you learn how to eat, and that was something that I had to learn how to do, but it became a lifestyle change. And so I had to learn the portions. I had to learn what was healthy and what's not healthy. How can I do it? What's good for me might not be good for you.
Mm-hmm.
So what worked for me, I figured out what worked for me. I got used to it. I got comfortable with eating healthy. And because when you first say eating healthy, you think it's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
But when I realized that it's good too, so then I said, okay, after a month with learning how to do that, I started working out.
Mm-hmm.
Got me a trainer, and then got me some trainers, and I went head first.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy it. Like I said, I made it a part of my lifestyle. I currently do most of the time now when I'm not filming. I do go twice a day in the gym. Um,
Twice a
when I
day.
am twice,
Mm.
twice a day in the gym, and when I am filming, then I cut it down to once a day. And now there's days that I don't get a chance to do it, but I have enough equipment here at my house that I can work out at my house.
Mm.
Awesome.
Yes.
Oh, we're proud of
Thank
you.
You know, Miss Minnie trying to lose her weight now too. So, Lord, I'm like, now she going on her
Hold,
health kick.
hold up. Y'all need to cut that out. Yeah, she been seeing it. She been trying to lose weight since first season. Y'all cut it out. I know y'all seen no trainer come in and throw their food away. I know y'all saw it. But you know what? And believe it or not, I post my stuff for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like if I can do it, she can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand now that she do have health problems, but there's a lot of people that comes in the gym that also have health problems too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a way around it, and that you can do some things. You might can't do all things, but you got to try some.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It depends on how bad you want it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
True.
telling you, I was that person that had a membership at a gym for a whole year and passed by the gym every day that did not go in there and do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I was that person that would park when I would go to a grocery store, that would try to find a close parking space and would sit there and wait till somebody bag out before I find one. I was that person that used to do that. It's on how bad you want it. Start with a little bit at a time and then work your way up until you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have goals. I know
Yes.
how I want to look. I'm tired of making excuses.
Yes.
So
Okay.
That's the realest thing I've heard today.
Yeah.
That is all facts. So, before we go, oh well, no, we're gonna move into our next segment, which is the tweets. So, Lexi, what tweets do you have for us today?
I have some tweets for us. Okay, it says, at underscore mesmerizing. Once Juicy and Minnie stop hating on each other, they could definitely kill it together. Now, with that being said, Juicy, do you ever see a day or a time where you and Minnie could work together on something?
Well, let's correct one thing first.
Juicy not hating on nobody. I know what you about to say. Go ahead.
I have to say. So, but as you can see, we are working together. We're working together on this street exec thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's we're not gonna ever be friends.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a done deal. I've tried, and you done turned over. I don't know. It ain't no more leaves to turn over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I mean, we're good. We can work together.
Mm-hmm.
We can work together like we doing right now.
On the show, getting paid.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, in front of we will work together in front of these cameras.
Yeah.
But yes. Go ahead. What's the next tweet?
We have another one at Bree underscore Breezy11. I don't even understand why they're fighting so hard to get signed with street execs. If he can't see it, then move on. Personally, after the first meeting, I wouldn't want anything to do with that label. So, Miss Juicy, what is it about street execs that makes it that you want to work with them instead of just taking your artist somewhere else?
Well, it's not that after if they have been looking, Al have not seen all of them yet.
Mm-hmm.
Al wasn't at the showcase where they performed.
Yeah.
So Al is the main person that makes Al put GC and Issa in charge to get us ready to go in front of him. He's the one that makes the actual decision. Street Exec is a well-known record label who would not want to be up under that record label.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta know an opportunity when you get one. That opportunity was presented to me because I knew GC and them. I knew them. They told me what they had on the table. And I thought, hey, I know some people that might can take advantage of this opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why I'm working hard with their record label to impress them.
Mm-hmm.
And try to make this happen because I know they have a very good reputation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was a lot of information. And yes, we had a lot to talk about today, and I definitely appreciate you, Miss Juicy, for joining us. Anything you have going on next? Anything what's new that you would like to tell anyone?
Let me see, what can I tell you guys? I have so much stuff going on because I stay in these streets. Well, my website, which is MissJuicyBaby.com, I do have my own accessory line from clothing to accessories. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it on out there. Yes, I do have my own bobblehead, but for some reason I can't never keep them in stock because they go as soon as I get them. They go so fast, but I will be restocking them. I am working on other projects. I will be on the new season of Claws. So I'm excited about that, which is also on TNT.
Mm-hmm.
What else am I working on? I'm on Happen Leonard, which is also on Netflix now. It was on Sundance, but it's on Netflix.
Okay.
Still working on the music. I'll be continuing to do that because that's my life. That's what I do. Let's see what else. I'll go ahead and spill the beans. I have my own sunglass line that's about to come out.
Okay. Miss Juicy, can you mail me a bobblehead and some sunglasses when you drop? I need that bobblehead though. We do. I need one. Don't worry. Let's talk offline.
It's a talking bobblehead.
Oh.
So you hear all the little phrases that Miss Juicy say. So, and those can be purchased off of MissJuicyBaby.com, but don't purchase them right now.
Okay.
But they're on back.
Okay.
So, but they will be available real soon.
Okay.
Booked and busy.
Yes, booked and busy. So, Miss Juicy, before we let you go, can you tell us where we can find you at on social media?
Yes. And I'm sorry, guys. They're all different because people done stole my name, honey. But anyway, my Instagram, on Instagram is Miss Juicy RSMS. If you forget, you'll remember I am on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, so that's what RSMS means. So that's MS Juicy RSMS on Instagram. On Twitter is Miss Juicy J, which is MS Juicy J. On Facebook. Oh my God, my fan page is The Real Miss Juicy Baby.
Mm-hmm.
The Real Miss Juicy Baby. And then my personal page is Shirley Miss Juicy King.
Okay.
Alright.
Thank you so much,
Yes.
Miss Juicy, for joining us. We really appreciated you. So yeah, thank you. And before we sign off, Lexi, where can we find you at?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all of that at I am Lexi Fierce.
And Lauren, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Lauren Out Loud and on YouTube at Lauren Mayo.
And everyone, I'm AJ. You can find me on Instagram at Crimson Pearl, and check out my YouTube channel, AJ Talks. And thank you guys for joining us. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.